Hello, my name's Fiona Stanford and I'm the author of Don't Say Goodbye. I decided to write this book after my husband's regiment went to Afghanistan in the summer of 2009. Unfortunately, they lost 7 men during that summer, and many of the men were injured. It occurred to me after that tour that I needed to speak for the families back home, and in particular the mothers, girlfriends, wives who had been at home supporting their men while they were away. Not only that, I wanted to tell the story of the actual army lifestyle in a nutshell. The schooling, the moving around, the constant upheaval, and most of all the camaraderie that develops between particularly the wives who are living on the camp. So it will strike a chord with all of those and with anybody who wants to know about the very odd sometimes lifestyle that we lead. The title, Don't Say Goodbye, grew into itself while I was writing the book. I soon realised that there were so many different goodbyes that came up. So not only the obvious ultimate goodbye, which the reader might think of when they see the title, but also the goodbye to friends when you move, the goodbye to children when they have to go off to boarding school. I think it's been the understanding of the army lifestyle has been lost in many cases. There are just a few pockets across the country where now we all, if we're living on camps, we seem to be quite alienated from the general public. There's always somebody to give a helping hand on an army patch, and the camaraderie that develops between the women in particular is very strong, especially when the men go away, and that's one of the main themes throughout the book. Of course, there's a lot of fun that we have in the army as well. It's not thankfully all doom and gloom. Things such as combat wives weekends, where we try and emulate what our husbands are doing and find out the real truth. Doing things like night navigation and stalking and firing on the range, which is all supposed to be very serious, but we have a very good time and get to know each other very well in the process. As well as telling the personal stories of those left behind, about the bereaved, the wounded and the families, and of the support that they give to their men, and the sacrifices that they make in everyday life, Don't Say Goodbye is also raising money for a very important charity for the Welsh Guards, called the Welsh Guards Afghanistan Appeal, which donates money to the bereaved and to the wounded and their families who are helping to look after them, to give them those little extras that wouldn't be available through government funding. My favourite part is the community spirit that holds the wives and the girlfriends together, the lovely stories of friendship and pulling together, and also the unusual parts to an army lifestyle, such as being abroad and learning about different cultures. Our experiences when we were out in Oman were just so different to everyday life over here. I have very dear memories, very fond memories of those, and that was a favourite part of writing the book. But I also got a huge amount out of learning about lots of different people's stories. I thought I knew a lot about army life before I wrote this book. When I'd finished reading it, I realised how much more I still had to learn, because everybody has got their own story to tell, and most of those stories come back to the wonderful community spirit and camaraderie and support in this lifestyle.